Hey YouTube. Hey YouTube. It's me again. Y'all already know who it is. I'm bored. So I decided to come on live because I ain't got nothing to do. Three Facebook friends. I said three Facebook friends. Three Facebook pages. And literally nobody to talk to. So my daily everyday life is I'm sorry. See, they got this Michael Jackson bio coming out. They got this Michael Jackson bio coming out, and they saying that Holly Berry is supposed to play Janet Jackson. Um, we know Nia Long is supposed to be Catherine Jackson, and Coleman Domingo as Joseph. But who the fuck is this Janet? Not Janet Latoya. Who is this Latoya? Like, I ain't feeling this I ain't feeling this Latoya. Halle Bailey, she looks beautiful, and she's giving Janet. But I'm sorry, I ain't feeling this Latoya. I am not. It just looked like they just picked somebody random, probably with some weaving her hair. That was her hair. I am not. I am not. I am TF not. As a matter of fact, let me screen share this for y'all. Y'all see this? Do y'all see this? So clearly, this is what we supposed to be getting. in the new Michael Jackson movie. I like Holly Berry as Janet. I just hope that they do her hair right and we don't see her dreads underneath the wigs. But I'm feeling Holly Berry as Janet. I am. I'm feeling Holly Berry as Janet. And yes, Nia Long is giving me Katherine Jackson. But who the hell is this Latoya? I'm not getting Latoya. I'm sorry. They tried, but I'm just not getting it. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. I'm just not getting it. Anywho, I'm bored. I ain't got nothing to do. And I've been saying this in the past few videos, and it's still the same old stuff. I really ain't got nothing to do. I'll just be sitting here and I get on these social media platforms with like the live broadcasting platforms and stuff like that. And I just be talking to random people, whoever want to talk back. Because to be honest, I don't do shit. Y'all already know. I had a certain someone that I used to talk to on a daily basis because they always call me. But like I say, I can't continue all these years calling myself being in a friendship. And it's not a full friendship. And it just reminds me of something I already been in, just with a few differences. And I used to get on you like we had our arguments, and I get on Facebook and expose the arguments and stuff like that. No, it's a lot of shit that went down in that situation that I didn't even speak on. So you already know how I was cool with Danny. You already know how we met off of you now, and I had the problem with his baby mom, who was his wife at the time, and all the arguments we had. Then they separate. He's single for a while, looking for a new girlfriend. Then it got to a point where he finds somebody else. Um, I'll put it like this: when it comes to my friendships, I'm the type of person where I go by vibes. I like talking to people. I like getting to know people on social media platforms, and some people just be on social media. Some people I might just talk to on that one platform. Some people we become friends. We talk on other platforms. You got people who give me their phone numbers, Skype, Uvu, whatever. Anyhow, and I'll be talking to these people for years. But out of all the people, my friend, I mean, that friendship or whatever with Danny, I took it serious because of how it started. I like the fact that you didn't know me in person. You didn't never know me. I mean, I never been his broadcast before. You didn't know me from a can of paint or a dry hole in the wall. And you took the time to defend me because of naysayers who was trying to get you not to talk to me, not to socialize with me, not to even acknowledge me. But you like, look, at the end of the day, I don't condone bullying. I don't give a damn what he done or what he didn't do. I don't condone bullying in my broadcast. And from that moment on, we just been cool. But then it gets to the point where years later, and the sad thing about it, this is the same shit I went through. It's similar to the same shit I went through with my cousin's baby father, how we became friends. You sit here and you tell me that you accept me for who I am, everything is cool, you respect me, la la la. Then next thing I know, after you get used to having me around and call me your friend, your cousin, so forth and what have you, it gets to the point where you start doing similar shit. Ask me questions that you know you shouldn't be doing, stuff that you know is going to offend me, treating me differently when you get around certain people. So the truth is, that friendship should have stopped a long time ago, or not even stopped. It just should have been some serious changes. But I was too trusting of this person because we had so many months together where we could talk about anything. This person checks up on you. Yo, you good? How your day going? Like it could be to the point where I didn't ever want to talk. And you got that person who will call you anyway. But look, you gonna talk to me. You ain't gotta talk to nobody else, but you gonna talk to me, or I'm not gonna hang up until you talk. Um, like we could talk about music, we could talk about life, we could talk about relationship problems, friendship problems, all types of stuff. But the error happens when that person don't allow you to think for yourself. And they try to make it seem like they smarter than you and what they say goes, and no matter how much you keep not agreeing with them and stuff like that, they'll get mad and start a whole argument. And then when you start to defend yourself, they start trying to play victim as if they didn't do anything. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that. I don't. Or I don't. If you can't treat me, or if we can't have a respectful conversation, we can't be cool like we used to. It ain't no point in talking. And you're not going to disrespect me. And then when I defend myself, you want to play victim like you ain't do nothing. I've been through this situation before, and the crazy thing about it is, you should already know the type of situation I've been through because every as I was going through it, you was one of the main people I talked to and tell about what I was going through, and for you not to care and do the same shit, then that just shows what type of person you are. But I'll try not to be looked at as that judgmental person, be quick to just judge everybody and feel like everybody's the same way. And then I had to find, and then I found myself tolerating a lie and keep on forgiving. It's the same stuff that I was doing in the last friendship I was in. You feel disrespected, you feel treated, you feel like they coming at you the wrong way. You feel like they trying to make you out to be something you not, and you keep on forgiving them, forgiving them, forgiving them, forgiving them, forgiving them. The more you forgive, you look stupid. It's just like being in a relationship. This person's beating your ass, treating you like shit, calling you out your name, and you keep forgiving. No, he ain't going to do it again. Maybe he is mad. Maybe he is going through something at work. Bullshit. How many times you going to keep forgiving until you laying in the casket? So I had to learn to just move on. Like at the end of the day, I always tell people, I'm not a sports person. I don't play baseball. You're not going to get three tries with me. You lucky if you get a second try. But like I said, people be doing the most craziest stuff, and I then like you find yourself forgiving, forgiving, forgiving. It's like how many more times are you going to forgive? And no matter how worse it get, you keep on forgiving. And then once you forgive, they make you out to be the monster because now you done forgave them. So now it's like you the one who did something wrong. Um, and I told y'all it get to the point where it's like a small conversation. I done already gave y'all example before. Like it could be a small conversation where we have two different opinions, probably about celebrities. I can have a different opinion about something, and like I said, we just had one time we was having a conversation about Bobby Valentino. Everybody know that I'm more into music. I love watching music videos. I could do research all day. I follow these people on their social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. So you can't sit here and tell me what I don't know. If I'm more into music than you are, yeah, you might listen to rappers, singers, stuff like that. But I'm the type of person where I want to know about their lifestyle. I'm gonna follow them on social media, like their pictures, their videos. If they go live, I'm gonna be the type of person to watch the whole live stream. So we is having a conversation about Bobby Valentino, and I said I found out that he is a trendy chaser. This dude got super mad at me, trying to get me to prove what I was saying was right. And I'm like, nigga, at the end of the day, it's all over social media. I done seen pictures, I done seen enough. Nigga, you just listen to their music. You're not like me, so you can't tell me what I know and what I don't know. Man, that started a whole argument. A whole argument. This man hung up on me and everything. Then I also told y'all about the Christian Key situation. How he was on Instagram talking about he got sexually assaulted or something sexually happened between some Hollywood person that's well known, but he ain't say no names. That caused an argument. And it's like, but then with that situation, it's like, first of all, we never have to have a conversation about this. You just end up calling me at a random time while I was in the mix of having a out loud conversation with myself, just speaking on the opinion out loud, giving my opinion out loud. I mean, so instead of calling me and having the conversation that he originally wanted to have, we couldn't even talk because now you want to start bringing other people in the room as if like they going to get me to change my opinion. Then he want to start putting himself in the situation. I'm like, and I'm just sitting here looking like, bruh, why are we even still speaking on this? You don't even know what the hell is going on because you ain't never watched the live stream. You just happened to call me at a random time while I was speaking out loud to myself, like I always do. And you asked me what was I referring to, and I gave you my opinion and told you the situation. And now you want to cause an argument. I'm not your girlfriend. If you want to argue with somebody, you argue with her. It's kind of weird because like you really see yourself being in friendships for well trying to be in a friendship for a long time, and then like you might not think of it during the time of the argument, whatever the case may be, but after a while, you just think of certain stuff that happened. You be like, what in the world? That's why I try to be careful. I really do. I try to be careful who I consider a friend, who I call a friend, who I trust, because I done been in plenty of situations where I was so quick to trust people, and then the next thing you know, you get all these signs and warnings that you shouldn't be so quick to trust because you just never know with people nowadays. But what I wanted to say was, I'm the type of person where I can meet somebody on social media. It could be on like Facebook, whatever. And I'm gonna tell you about myself because clearly, if you talking back to me, because most people they like, oh, I don't know this person, they be quick to block you, especially if it's like a one of these live stream platforms. They be quick to block you. I don't know you. I haven't talked to you before. You ain't supporting me financially, so I'm gonna block you. But then you have people that give you a time of day. They, I guess, like you and they broadcast, they gonna have a conversation with you. So in that conversation, I like to introduce myself. I'm gonna tell you everything that I feel like you need to know about me. So that way, if somebody talking shit about me, well, if it ain't come out of my mouth, clearly it ain't true because I ain't got nothing to hide. I got it. I ain't got shit to hide. I got a Facebook full of stories. I got a YouTube full of stories. I'll try my best to be an open book unless it's something that I just personally feel like, okay, I'm keeping that to myself. Because everything is not meant for social media, even for the people that claim they are open book. Um, Another thing about me is I don't care if a person I call a friend, such as a male, I don't care if you're in a relationship and you got children and stuff. Do your thing. I got family that be around me. My thing is, if I'm having a personal adult conversation with you, or just a personal conversation in general, not everybody need to know about it. Clearly, I wanted to have that conversation with you because I see you as a friend, and I could trust you with having that type of conversation and telling you something that's really bothering me to get your advice or whatever. You don't have, just because you don't agree with something I'm saying, you don't have to bring other people in the room and think it's okay. But if you call me and you see me around my sister, my cousin, or whoever, you want to hang up. Oh, I'll talk to you. Or if you like, let's just like, it was one time me and him was having a conversation and my sister was in the same room. My sister, I'm close to my sister, so she gonna ask me about my friends, who I'm talking to, shit like that, because I'm always antisocial into myself, and she's not used to me being all friendly with a lot of people. Now I'm gonna side eye you. I ain't never going to be around you. And my sister, she work, she be around people, and she always tell me, "Oh, this person, that person." I'm like, "Well, I don't know this person, so to be honest, I really don't care." I mean, you gonna have to interest me before I start calling. I'm being all buddy buddy and click tight and want to speed. Um, but anyway, like I said, she could be like, we could be in the same room having a conversation, and I'm talking to him, and she would get in the camera and speak to him and stuff like that, and he over here making funny faces, or he'd cut the camera off and shit like that, and I'm like, why are you acting the fuck weird? Like when you got me on camera, you around your girlfriend, her children, your mother-in-law, all your family. I don't cut the camera off. I'll be right in the cameras. People looking. Oh, who you talking to? Oh, hey, I'm such and such. I'm speaking. Let it be me. This nigga cutting the camera off. He hanging up. I won't hear from him for a whole damn hour. Then he want to lie. Oh, I had to go to the bathroom. I had to handle the kids. No, nigga, at the end of the goddamn day, you acting weird. Listen, I swear that whole situation, like, it's just crazy because the crazy thing about it is we actually met. I believe I met him on UNL probably like 2016. And the crazy thing about it is I started hanging around my cousin and her baby father in 2015. So all of this craziness was happening around the same time. Now I don't remember when I don't remember when exactly, like when was it that I met Darren. All I know is he had just on Facebook, and he'll always be liking my statuses and liking my posts and stuff. And then one day I went live, and he just started talking, telling me all his business, and there was stuff that I personally was like, okay, that's too much. Um, and I'm sitting here like, all right, I think that's a little too much. But it just got to a point where he was just super supportive, and that's the God's truth. I don't remember what year it was. All I know is I got a whole bunch of Facebook friends, so I don't know because he was just somebody that I don't know if I might have end up adding him on Facebook or if he added me on Facebook. I don't know. Um, it's just cool. Yeah, when it comes to that situation, like I said, he just started supporting a lot of my stuff. And eventually we just became cool. Um, I didn't. I think I probably don't remember when I first started talking because, like I said, we didn't start off as like buddy click type friends like me and Danny or me and Rich did. He was just somebody that randomly kept on supporting my stuff. And I just got to the point where I'm like, all right, you being supportive of me and you fucking with me. So okay, we gonna start off as friends. Like we just became friends and he was just funny. He was always talking shit, being messy. He is supportive. Then it got to the point where he started doing his thing. I was supporting him, and then next, you know, after all these years, we just became cool. And then we became cool until we wasn't cool no more. Um, so that's just three different men, epic fails. Two that's supposed to be friends, and one that's supposed to be a relationship. Um, now, like I don't really have nobody that I talk to on an everyday basis or anything like that. It's just people that I see on these live stream platforms, and yeah. I just vibe when they streaming. And once the stream is over, I'm on to the next person. My bad, y'all. I'm over here doing a whole bunch of stuff. I think the crazy thing about it is the crazy thing about the friendships is when you get around these people and you feel like they could trust them because they accept you, well, they claim they accept you, they not judgmental, and they probably got some things that they don't want you to be judgmental about, and you find yourself feeling like that y'all have a very close bond and a very close friendship. Um, when it comes to when I was in Delaware with my cousin, her baby father Rich, my cousin Tilly and her baby father Rich. Like I said, we had our own type of bond when we around each other, and it's just me, him, and maybe his little brother, my cousin, and the kids. We had our own bond, but I will say that there were times where he get around his friends and he start acting differently. And I said this before, but I'll give more of an example. So when I first met them, they had a friend over, some childhood friend or whatever. He was around my cousin baby father and little brother age, but they always cool. So I'm thinking that it was somebody that the little brother went to school with or something like that. I don't know. But as I started getting to know everybody, that's when I know him more. But like I said, my my cousin baby father had friends. Then my cousin she started bringing friends around. I personally feel like they both start acting different when their friends come around. And I'm the type of person where it's like you don't have to act different around me. The same way you treat me when it's just us is the same way you should be treating me when you're around other people. I don't give a fuck how they think, what lifestyles they live. We on social media, we got pictures together, we got videos together, so they should already know who I am and what I am. It shouldn't get to a point where now that you want me to be introduced to these people or be around these people because they're your friends, you want me to dress different or present myself differently. Fuck no, I'm not going to do that. If you can't set me for who I am, then there ain't no point for me being around you. No, that's with the first friendship. As for the second friendship, like I said, we never met each other in person. It was always social media, And Danny, he had his fair share of friends that he talked to, and he'd tell them about me or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to Danny, it wasn't pretty much his friends. It pretty much was like family or whoever, like or girls that he was talking to. They somehow found out about me and then started feeling some type of way. Um, like it started off with his wife, and at the end of the day, I'm not trying to take your man. I'm not trying to do nothing. At the end of the day, I'm just somebody that he met on a social media platform. We became friends, and I just so happen to be part of the LGBTQ community. I don't like flip floppy shit. You're not about to sit here and act like you accept me and you vibe with me and we cool and we come by y'all. And then when shit don't go your way or something happen, the first thing you want to do is keep keep throwing insults about my preference. Because clearly I told you that out of respect. I didn't have to tell you anything. We not dating. We not trying to get in a relationship. So my sexual preference ain't none of your business. I just decided to tell you out of respect because there was already people on the platform trying to just spread lies and rumors. Another issue about that friendship is I feel like y'all already know how friends are. You could be having relationship problems and you feel like you ain't got nobody to talk to. So when it comes to my friendship with Danny, like I said, he was married. So every time he got a problem with his wife or she get on his nerves or whatever the situation may be, the first person he might call is me. I'm not married, never been married. But I've been around marriages, I've been around relationships. So I'm gonna only try to give you the best advice I can because I don't know. I'm gonna just tell you how I feel about certain stuff, and then we could change the conversation. Then she'll say things like, I'm trying to break up their relationship. I'm always in their marriage business. I'm like, at the end of the day, I don't call him. He calls me. Like in our whole friendship, I never call him unless he called me and I'm calling him back. But other than that, I always told him. He'd be like, call me, call me, call me. And I always told him, no, I'll let you call me first. Um, well, I feel like that's always a problem when this is heterosexual male who's best friends with a gay person or a transgender person or a bisexual person. Once you realize that that other person is part of the LGBTQ community, the first thing people is going to assume is, oh, this person want to get with you, they want to turn you out, they want to have sex with you, or they want to do some sexual activities with you. No, absolutely not. I have enough respect for myself, and I also have enough respect for others. No matter what conversations that we may have had, at the end of the day, I'll admit when when I first got in a friendship with Danny, I always gave him compliments and told him that he was a nice looking person. At the end of the day, I compliment women as well. I don't just compliment men. I give my cousins compliments. I give my sister compliments, whoever. I'm a type of person that like being nice to people. I don't want to be walking around talking about, you ugly, your breath stink, you funky. Ew, I don't like the fuck. For what? Where is that going to solve at the end of the day? I give compliments to everybody. Um, just because you might not have heard me do it or been around me when I did it don't mean nothing. Just like a lot of people like, oh, they used to say that, oh, he's always watching men broadcast, flirting around with men and stuff like that. I watch women as well, but at the end of the day, I'm attracted to men, so of course I'm gonna watch men more. And majority of the men I watch, they be with women. Just like it's somebody on Tango that I'll be watching from time to time, and he be with his girlfriend, and they got a little podcast or whatever. Um, when I started my friendship with Danny, he was married, and the whole relationship, baby mom used to sit on the bed pregnant. And although me and him talked shit to each other and joked around, I still had enough respect. At the end of the day, number one, you heterosexual, you in a relationship, you married. I'm not like all these other gay guys that just don't care and they flirt with and try to sleep with and do all types of stuff with. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't put myself in that category. That's why you don't see me going to prod events. You don't see me all hang out at gay clubs and voguing and death dropping and walking around outside in public with female clothing on. I even got cousins who like you antisocial. You don't really speak to nobody. You always to yourself. That's the safe thing to do because I've been there, done that. I don't mean no harm by her. I'm not trying to offend nobody. That's just something that I like to do. I always like to be to myself. And then to be honest, the most I might hang around is my sister, my niece, and if I see my nephews. Other than that, I'll just chill to myself. Like it, if I'm not having fun or doing something entertaining, then I'd rather be to myself until the fun happens. And then I'm even more to myself now because I done spent about like 3 years where I had to always be around people. When I lived with my aunt, I didn't have no personal space. The only personal space I got was if my uncle was at work and most of my little cousins wasn't there. Sometimes I'd be downstairs by myself until my cousin come downstairs and she wanted to have the door wide open and had people on the porch and shit like that. And that's a whole nother story. But not just that. Even before I moved to West Philly, when I was still in North Philly, there were times where I was always to myself and I locked myself in the room. As long as I had my laptop, a phone, or a tablet or something, I'll be chilling. Yup. Other than like a tablet, laptop, phone, something like that. I had my mannequins. I used to collect wigs and stuff, or I like reading books. I like writing. I like coloring. Sometimes I take neighborhood walks. I really haven't taken no neighborhood walks in a while. That's because this phone situation, messing around with the government. They only give you unlimited talk and text. I think they took the web away, so I'm gonna have to pay for data. And y'all know I like to listen to my music when I go outside. So yeah, and I don't know no apps where I could download music on my phone. Oh, other than probably like that Piff or what's I don't know, it's some mixtape ads. But yeah, y'all, like I know y'all come on my channel, y'all probably like, here he go again telling the same old stories. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's like so much happened, and sometimes I just think about stuff that happened in the past and try to get a fair understanding. So if me bringing up random ass stories back to back over and over is something that y'all don't like, I don't know what to tell y'all because I just sit here and I think to myself, I look at it like self help because you think about stuff that happened in your life in the past, and no matter how many times you might keep bringing it up and saying the same stories over and over, like you really take the time to deeply think about your part of things, what you may have done wrong, what you may have done right, and it could be anything. Because with these friendships, one thing I can say is a regret that I do have is I forgave too much. I allowed people to try to make me out to be something that I wasn't. I ignored signs and warnings. I allowed people to judge me and criticize me and say what they wanted, however they wanted, and expect me not to defend myself or curse their asses the fuck out. Um, there's times where I was quick to respond violently or aggressively instead of just walking away and ignoring and letting them make an ass out of their own self. There's so many situations that happened where I had to clear my name because I was sick and tired of being lied on or lied to. And in the mix of these friendships, I made plenty of mistakes. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes I made in the Delaware situation was going back to Delaware when I should have stayed in Philly. Once the relationship was over. But me personally, I felt like I owed somebody a favor because they did a lot of things for me that they didn't have to. And because of the type of friendship we had, there, like I said, there'd be times where this woman, she had like I never had no gas money, and she'd still come pick me up. Or there'd be times where I'll be coming back home, and my sister be at work, my niece will probably be at school or wherever, and I'll just be in the house by myself. And there'd be times where I'd be coming back home from Delaware, and she would like take me out to eat before she dropped me off, or I got a couple of dollars to put in my pocket. So yeah, I feel like it was a big regret because I trust people that I later found out I shouldn't have. But to keep it all the way real, like that whole situation was rocky even when I got in that friendship. Like I said plenty of times, my cousin and her baby father wasn't even together when me and him became cool through Facebook. They were separated, and I just so had to become cool with him because, like I said, I know my family. You could tell me a story, and I already know that majority of the time people tell stories and don't tell they side of things. They act like they innocent. So once I heard about who he was and seen pictures and whatever case may be, somewhere down the line we became Facebook friends and we was talking and we became cool. And that's pretty much how everything started. Because I try not to be so quick to judge somebody just because somebody around me don't like them for whatever reason. I don't know the full story. And if it ain't a life threatening situation or anything like that, I don't know the full story. I'm gonna have to judge you for myself. That's how I was. But in that situation, knowing what I know now, I personally just feel like that I should have been more careful and paid attention to the warnings when I got them. And that's just with all friendships. Even way before that friendship, like even in school, I had people that I was cool with, and I don't talk to nobody at Delta. It's like I'll talk to you in school, and once I get on that school bus and I make it home, I don't care about no Delta. I mean, when social media started coming around, yeah, like I might have associated with a few people outside of school, but other than that, once I was on that school bus and I made it off the school bus and I was back at home, I didn't care about Delta staff. I didn't care about Delta students. I didn't care about nothing when it came to Delta. You know how people be still friends. They like, oh, we went to school together and stuff like that. Mm-mm. I don't think I had any of those experiences. I mean, yeah, walking through neighborhoods, going certain places, I might have ran into somebody because they probably lived close to me or they had family in the neighborhood. Because I remember this one boy, um, He didn't live near me, but I guess his grandma and somebody lived near me. And when I used to walk past that area, I usually seen him out there. Who else? Then you already know the one boy that I got into the birthday fight with. He lived close to me, and then like years later, he ended up working in Family Dollar. Then some staff member that used to work at Delta, he had family that lived near me, so I randomly see him driving by, and he'd speak to me. But yeah, it was like it might have been a few people here or there that I seen when I lived in that area. But then again, it is kind of creepy because like even that time when I was in Southwest and I was at the nail salon with my cousin and that person who knew me from the school I went to years ago. It's creepy. I feel like it's very creepy because like you only remember a person and they're just like, oh, you look familiar. Did you go to such and such? Or just like when people used to come up to me when I go to Darby, people will come up to me, oh, ain't you that little boy that like did you used to get your hair cut by Jeff? And I'm like, yeah, that was my barber. I'm fully grown now, and I don't know if he's still working Darby or whatever, because I haven't been in Darby in a good minute, or been in that area. But people just come up to me, tell me, "You look familiar. I could tell by your eyebrows. You that little boy in the picture. Did you used to get your hair cut by Jeff?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he been my barber for years." I'm like, "Shit, I ain't famous. I ain't get paid for taking the picture. I ain't getting nothing for taking that picture. To be honest, I didn't want to take the picture. That's the god honest truth. I did not want to take that picture. That's probably why I was laughing. You could tell I was holding my laughing because he wanted me to be more serious. I could not stop laughing. I was trying my best to hold that laughing. I'm trying to think. There's so many stories I could tell. I'll just be bored. That's why I just come on here talking about random stuff. Um, like all I gotta say is I just had to be careful. It don't matter if it was it don't matter if it was a social media friendship. It don't matter if it was a friendship with somebody in person. I just got to be careful. That's why, like, nobody really see me with anybody. I don't hang out with nobody. I don't spend night at nobody's house no more. I don't be out clubbing or nothing like that. The most recent I did was I was with my sister for a couple of days, and that was like, we didn't really do much. Like, yeah, we went out a little bit. Um, when she came to pick us up, me and my niece and her, we went to IHOP and ate. Then the next day, I think they did like we went like shopping because my I think she'd get my niece some clothes and getting her some clothes. And we went to a few places, and then she got us some food. And then my niece eventually went with her grandma. So me and my sister did a few things together, like going to the store or whatever. But other than that, it was cool. Ain't nobody really do much. And eventually, I came back home. But other than that, I really to myself. Then I be trying to figure out what I want to talk about or what I want to do on YouTube. Trying to come up with some new content and find ways to get people to really pay attention to my videos. I don't know because I've been on here for some years now, and one of my biggest issues is why is my subscribers so low? I've been on here for like probably like 8 years, maybe more than that. And y'all already know I've been on here doing the wig reviews, mannequin head reviews, celebrity topics, talk about my life, on here beefing with people. Um, then most of y'all people that really know my channel, y'all may know me from beefing with Tiffany Draper and my sister doing Kanika Jenkins videos, and like it's a lot. I'll tell y'all it's a lot. I was thinking about reading tonight. I was gonna read the R. Kelly book, but I'll probably do that tomorrow. Tomorrow start my last week of this course. What do I gotta do? I can't show y'all. I can't screen share. Yeah, I can't screen share that. March 19th. Oh, that was days ago. Yeah. My week starts tomorrow. I gotta do a progress presentation. And they want me to do some final project stuff. Then we got a Zoom meeting on the 24th. So, yeah, I gotta do progress presentation and final project. Um, then after project and portfolio 3, I gotta do children's entertainment. I don't like this. I really don't. I don't care for this project and portfolio. I don't care for anything that got me doing all these boring ass assignments and script writing. Project and portfolio is working my nerves. And what did I just do recently? Writing workshop. I don't care for writing workshop either. I really don't. That's why I use these AI so I could cheat. That's what I'll do. I probably ain't doing nothing tonight. I'm bored. I'll probably find something to watch on Tubi. I'm about to play Poetic Justice, so I'll talk to y'all later.